wireless and shit. Look at me. Is this the right way though? Yeah.
The other way.
Got it. I never know.
It took me a while to figure it out too. Check mic two. Check mic.
Yep, we have
You're
it.
on.
Oh Lord, this is a big setup here.
That's right.
And don't be alarmed because only one of your ear muffins is going to work there.
I hear you very clear. Very,
Right.
very clear.
All right, so we're here in the pregame warm-ups with club director Sasha. I'm not even trying to say his last name.
Vasilyevich.
That's what I said.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So
Joining us.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You're not Greek in any way, shape, or form.
No, but I love Greeks.
Well, good. I'm going to guess Ukrainian.
No, I'm from Serbia. So I was
Serbia,
born and
okay.
raised in Slovenia, but I'm a Serbian descent.
The reason I asked that is I have part Czechoslovakia.
Yeah.
My dad's side is Ukraine and Czech, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then my dad's side's got Greek on it too, so I'm half, like a third Greek, a third Middle European, I
Sure.
guess, and then the other side's some German.
Hey,
so-
man, if you can't pronounce the last name, it's most likely Eastern European or Greek.
And that's where I'm
honestly.
at too. And I
Yeah.
know they shortened it when they moved, when they came to the country. So
Yeah, yeah.
So you're just a mutt, is what you're trying to say?
yeah, but I'm proud of it. I
very-
am the
it's very typical.
grandson of immigrants, and I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, man.
So
So you want to pull this back just a little
yeah, you
bit
want to
more?
hand me
I
my,
think we
my
all are.
agua.
There you
Yeah,
go.
we're just outside of there. That's good now.
So first of all, thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
We are green, Ed, which is good. So
Yep. For the first time.
Hey, I'm just glad the girls like playing on the backcourts back here. I asked them, and they were all good about it, so that's awesome.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
we were all pretty excited about being back here
Yeah.
for two reasons. One, it's a little quieter.
For
And
sure.
two, the court is so much less abusive on your body.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I know probably longer term, you're as things do what they're going to do, you'll figure out how to fix the rest of it. But it's a pretty nice facility anyway. And like
Yeah.
I told you earlier, it's clear you guys are putting money into it. So
I appreciate that. Thank you.
we don't mind coming up here for these events. It's a little much. A little much to do the practices all the time because of the commute, but it's actually warm in here. That's climate controlled today, so that was our
Yeah. Wasn't too sure quite how cool it would be in here
back
today.
in the day, man.
Yeah.
A 3 years ago when this place first started open, it was a difficult day.
The problem is like the back here you got the two bay doors. That's all steel. So if it's
Right.
super cold outside,
Yeah.
the heaters will get it up to as much as they can. But then you've got hot spots because the heaters are there. Then when you get there, you're like, oh, it's like 30 degrees difference, and there's
Right.
nothing really you can do about it. But we've kind of started pumping air like 3 in the morning. We'll turn it on and just let it pump and pump and pump. So when people get here, the residual heat stays over, body
kinda-
heat takes over, and kind of keeps the place pretty good. I mean, right now I think it's 62 in here, which most
Honestly,
people
you
are like,
don't
"That's
want any warmer than that.
no, kids are dying usually past 60. So feels
And
good back here.
For us old farts, we just put a jacket on.
Yeah, man, jacket and a blanket and maybe a beer or two, and there you go.
Yeah.
We used to have alcohol in here, like hard liquor, so people would be like, I just need one so I can warm up. I'm like,
Yeah. Easier to get a beer license than a
right.
full liquor
Yeah.
license.
That's all we.
So
Excuse-
what made you kind of get into this? What was the reason you started this club?
All right, you good, Rose? We got to use air to get it out, so I got somebody coming in. Sorry, duty called.
No, that's okay.
So in 2007, I was playing college volleyball at Lindenwood, and
Good
we had
school.
a guy.
Worst paying tuition to Lindenwood, so
yeah.
good school.
Loved it. I loved it there. I liked playing volleyball, and we had a guy who started a club, and we, as a college kid, I'm like, oh, good, free case of beer for the coaching, sounds good. I'm doing it, and that kind of started. And I really enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed just working with kids, seeing that light bulb go off. Like, this is what I got to do. But that ended up being a really poor experience. It was a big fallout money wise, and yada yada yada. And after that, I reached out to my coach and I said, hey, do you need like a student assistant? Absolutely.
For the university?
Yeah. And so I just started helping out with the men's and women's program. And I enjoyed it. Like I loved just coaching volleyball. I liked the sport. And in 2012, my wife and I decided to start our own club. We're like, let's just do it. And we started, and then we're here. You know, had some. The club has been pretty much the same since 2012. It just changed names 2 times, and now we're here. So there you go.
What made you change the affiliation? Like go from what we would call the Pythagorean, because we couldn't pronounce it, but what made you change from I guess that's a more global brand, right?
Yeah.
So what made you pull that back and just go to your own brand?
So in 2012, we started St. Charles Elites. That was our club. And it was a spin-off from St. Charles Explosion.
Yep.
Because that's where I coached at for a couple of years after the first initial club experience. And then in 2015, I kind of sold the club to the guy who had the lease on the place and had a soccer club in here to become an affiliate of Panathinaikos volleyball youth academy system. And so we had it up until, that was it until 2022 when I left for a year just to kind of get some things organized. I needed a year off to get everything planned out of what I really wanted this to look like over the next 30 years, right? Everything was going at a pace it was going. And then when we kind of took the club ownership over in 2022, again, it's an easy thing to spot, Panathinaikos, but it's so much easier to say PAO STL.
Yeah.
And the brand, sometimes the brand does need to evolve to kind of have it be more recognizable, more aware of that. And so being a representative of the state of Missouri in St. Louis, PAO STL seemed to flow really well.
And what was your genesis for moving south? What was that? What's the basis behind that?
I think we provide a quality product and service. And just speaking with some of the coaches and the culture that we've developed over the years, and again, this goes back to 2007 when I started, right? Slowly developing that culture. I think we got the culture to a point where there's people who are like, we want to be a part of that. And we're always open to trying out new things, giving things a shot and seeing how it works. And when we met with Lindsay over the summer, just chatting about how things are in life, right? Just life talk and what we want to see kids do, what we want to see kids get to. There was a lot of things, 99% of things we both wanted aligned, and it was very organic and it made sense.
Well, we're thrilled that it did. Over. So,
yeah.
Gabby up in the middle, pushed outside.
Alex got some bunnies though. She can jump.
Yeah, most of these girls can play pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, that's the biggest benefit. I think when Lindsay and I had our conversation in June was, are we looking for volleyball players or volleyball athletes? And I think having volleyball athletes is the better way, because kids get to do everything,
Well, there's some girls on this team that are gym rats.
For sure.
Nope.
Just a bit outside.
I think, what do we say about that 2-hour layoff, Eddie?
Yep, always.
Yeah, it's either good or bad, right?
Yeah.
It's always bad for us. 2-hour layoff is just never really.
There she is.
Yep.
Nice. Net?
A little long.
No net. Okay.
A little long. It's just the timing. The momentum gets killed, and then you just got to get it back, and it takes a minute.
Gabby. Kim. Neil's going to push that over short. To the right side.
Here we go.
Outside, Alex.
Rolled it out.
Oh, swing at it.
So she's going to make a sub here. Alex will come out. Rachel will come in.
I think she was just starting Alex up there so she didn't have to use the sub.
So no whistle. They're going to do that over.
Gotta love Rory. Yeah.
Well, he has been on it, keeping them going.
I know, yeah.
I will tell you something in a minute that impressed me earlier that you don't see all the time from officials.
All right, Cam, push that to the outside.
Smart play by Neela
punch
there.
Punch that over. And we go to the outside there. It's too long.
So we had a situation earlier. We really don't know what happened. Doesn't matter. But the officials talked, and then he called both captains over and explained to them what was going on. Captains told the coaches. Everybody was happy. It's rare that you get officials that will actually stop play and explain everything to them. And
100%.
everybody's satisfied, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think sometimes the officials have an ego. You're like, I'm right, I'm right, and let's move on. And it's like there's an educational opportunity
push
there.
by Mabel.
So Rory's good about that, and so is a lot of our officials. They're really good about just educating the athletes as they're reffing the game, which is key. We want them to learn as well from the officials.
I've been very fortunate in my life. I officiated high school and college baseball for 20-plus years.
Nice.
At as high as Division I. And every time, Gabby,
Yeah,
that a girl.
the ball down.
Every time you talk to a coach and they ask you ask them questions like, well, what do you want? Just be consistent and be honest.
Yeah, man, for sure. Those are two key words: consistency and honesty, for sure.
Yeah. And the stories there's a lot of stories, but especially from D1. But yeah.
And honestly, officials create an experience. If they're honest and consistent, you're going to have a good experience.
Yeah.
Right. Whether the consistency is not that good, but as long as it's consistent, you know how to play off of it.
If you're just joining us, we have Club Director Sasha on the mic here with us, doing a little talking about the.
So just
PAO.
like that, 5-5.
Hey, tie game, 0-0. Here we go.
Yep.
That's right.
Well, and I appreciate you taking the time to kind of ask you those questions on purpose, obviously.
Sure.
Because some of the people who watch this are parents or
Grandparents.
and they kind of want to know what's going on with their kids and how things are going. And so that's why we took the time to just kind of ask those questions, because it makes everybody feel a little better. And appreciate you being forthright.
When I started coaching, I used to think I was really good, right? I was like, I'm a really good coach. And then 5 years in, I'm like, I'm a really bad coach. I need to learn more.
I was telling Eddie this story when I used to coach baseball. And I had a kid, I changed my whole coaching attitude, my whole attitude, period.
Yeah.
But kid, one of our kids playing right field, kid hits a ball out to him. Johnny misses the ball. And I scream from the dugout, Johnny, you got to catch that ball.
Yeah.
What a
Look
play
at that
there.
play there.
Nice.
That
Good
pancake
job.
Clip that
ball
off.
up.
Let's go, big block. Come on. All right, killer gaps. Oh,
Yeah. And
That was
anyway,
not
I
a-
say,
that was
hey,
not a
Johnny, you
double.
got to catch that ball. He says, yeah, Coach, I know. It's your job to show me how.
I love that.
And
I love that.
that was the most brutal honesty I ever had from a kid. And he thought he was going to get in trouble. And I gave him
No.
a hug and thanked him, and it changed my entire coaching outlook.
That's what I meant by what I said I was a really bad coach, because I was a duh coach. Like, I was always just telling the dumb moments. Like,
Right.
of course, the athletes recognize it, right? And a lot of us are athletes too, and we used to recognize it as well, but we forget that when we're coaching, that they don't need us to tell them, hey, you made a bad pass, right? So I love the
Gabby.
kids' honesty here.
It was great. I mean, the parents were telling him, hey, Johnny, shut up. I told him I'm glad he did it. It
course.
really changed everything for me.
Absolutely.
And it changed how I watch it as a parent, too.
Absolutely.
And how I talk to my daughter when we're walking, or my son when we're going home. I don't car coach anymore.
I told my teams every year that I have it, I'm like,
Good play, Neela.
There we are.
nice cut. Good job. I was like, I don't coach to make you guys like me. I coach that I get a wedding invitation 10, 15 years from now. Like, I
Right.
want to make that relationship last.
And that's the great thing about being a coach.
Yeah.
I see kids now. My son's 21. I haven't coached these kids in 8 years. I'll be at a quick trip or something, and one of them
Sure.
will walk up to you and grab you. Hey, coach, how you doing? I'm like,
those are great
we're
moments.
past. You don't have to call me coach. He's like, nope, you're coach.
You're always coach.
and
Absolutely.
they give you a hug to tell you how they're doing, and
Mhm.
it's just a neat experience. That's why you do it, and
It is absolutely why you do it, for sure.
it's
Everything
also
else
why
is
I
like-
quit being a parent coach after 8th grade. Right?
Sure,
You
sure,
get to
sure,
high
sure.
school, your kid needs to be coached by somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Whether you think you do or not, let them be and let them have a coach that's going to really mold them. So
For sure. And give you a chance to be a parent, too,
Oh.
You
because
want
otherwise
to.
you miss those moments.
Oh
right?
yeah, for sure,
Right.
So-
for sure. We've had quite a few parent coaches, and it's always the same. I kind of want to just be mom and dad in the stands, like go get my kid a drink, do stuff like that. And
Now I say all that we have a parent coach. I don't mean that's not. And Lindsay knows how I feel about
Sure.
it. But it's a certain coaches can make it work. I
right,
was not
right.
one of
Yep,
them.
Yep. No, I've had exactly. Certain ones can make it work. They do it. Certain ones I'm like I can't. Like I know me personally, I'm never coaching my kid. I've already made that decision.
Yeah.
Ollie's gonna be coached by whoever else. I literally want to be the dad in the stands and just does some stupid shit every once in a while, and maybe makes him like has a good experience. Because I know just my personality, I just don't want to do it, and that's that.
And for the record, Eddie, I did not have that FCC violation there. It was not me.
Oh gosh, I forgot about this.
No,
Sorry.
we give each other crap. The reason that comes up is Eddie dropped an F-bomb on one of them one time,
Stop.
and I just like to give
Big block
I just
there
like to
by
give him
Gabby.
crap about it.
And Nelson.
Come on, nice, good rally, guys. Good rally. Yeah, I sometimes forget that this is, yeah.
Nah, the people, there's nobody listening
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, nobody listens to us.
Hey,
Yeah.
if they're offended by a 4-letter word, then we've got other problems.
No, this is more for him than anything else.
Yeah, Eddie, gotta watch it, Eddie.
That's right.
I got to keep him in line. There's a line
Nice
drive.
serve. Good serve. Here we go. Block it. Nice. Way to be up. Way to be up. Good job.
We will not walk into a gym anywhere and wow everybody with our size. But one thing we will not be is outworked.
Right.
For sure. I think you'd rather have that than the size, honestly.
Yeah.
Ooh. I think that's a trend you're seeing in the Division I volleyball is you know the 6'4" outsides are good, but these 5'8" to 6'1" outsides are dominating the game because they just work so hard.
Right.
Because they have to, right?
Yeah.
They have to compete at a higher level, and they're coming out of the woodworks when it matters. I mean, Arkansas's outside last year killed it. This year, all of the outsides that were considered undersized were having really good years.
Right.
So, love to see that. Go, go, go. Nice, go.
Oh.
Little chicken wing.
Puts it into an open spot there, and nobody can just recover.
Hey, 1-point game. Here we go.
Out. Service error. That's the first of the game.
All right, so Alex will come out. Rachel will come back in.
Dude, Rachel's got to be one of the hardest working kids I've met with this team. Like
Well,
100%. I don't say that
appreciate
because you're
that very
here.
much. Yeah,
I don't say that because you're here, but like
Yeah.
I know when we came to the gym the first time, it was like just the effort is always there, and I love that.
You will meet kids who like volleyball as much.
Mm-hmm.
Close to it, you won't meet anybody who cares more. And
Love it.
she is just
That means a lot.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's in her blood.
Nice serve.
I think
Nice
she's
serve.
smart enough to know what's coming up, but her goal is. She has a lofty goal.
Yeah. No touch. Ooh.
She wants to play at Nebraska. She knows that those chances are zero, but she's going to work like she wants to, and that's really where it having a goal in mind and being able to meet it. I think deep down she just wants to play at the next level.
100%.
She doesn't care where it is, but
almost. Good shot.
Off the outside of her hand.
So there's more than one player on this team who works as hard as she does, but she won't be outworked. And it's neat to see. These girls all get along well.
It's a great group.
They think the game well. I mean,
big block.
There's the Southside Roofing Company.
Go. Here we go. Nice. Good run. Good run. Oh, off the dome. Off the dome.
If Eddie, we talked about it before, but if the Sophia Squared, they figure that one out.
Yep.
Look out.
Hey.
Nelson.
Nelson. I don't know. Are we allowed to disengage from our conversation and go high fives?
You can do whatever you want. You're the boss.
I might have just broken a whole different rule.
We all work for you.
Hey, no. I work for you
with
guys.
an ace.
I work for you guys.
Yeah, and I didn't clip that off either. But there'll be like 100 more where that came from.
Yeah.
Hey,
there's
another one.
one.
Nice.
2 aces in a row, back to back, brings us up to 16.
You want to see a kid with the picture of consistency in serving, it's Cam.
Oh, sure. Go, go, go.
Her evolution as a libero last year, from beginning of last season to the end, was like night and day. And she's got a lot of get up and go. She's like Gumby. She can move and get anywhere on the court. So
she's a very good kid too. For my interactions with her, just always felt pleasant.
She's been working on the libero stuff really hard this year, and she had a really lofty goal to secure that spot and keep it, and she's covering it.
That's one of the reasons why we only have 9 players. So I'll be honest with you, is there's so much versatility on this team.
Rachel,
see more of that.
Here we go. Come on, reset it up. Nice, Barra.
Left-handed push gets rejected.
Okay.
Rachel's gonna punch it over.
Roll shot.
Roll shot.
Come on, go, go, go. Nice spot, guys.
Send it to her. Send it to her.
All right,
Jasmine from the back.
From the Jasmine.
At the back row. Nice job.
You know what that is, Eddie? That's some smooth jazz.
Love it.
And that Jasmine hit out of the back is just
it's a good option to have.
Jasmine
for
and
sure.
Neela both, when they're in the back row and they can attack, crazy.
I mean, Jazz's athleticism is probably top tier. Probably one of the top tier athletes we have.
Former gymnast.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of power.
You call Mabel in the net.
Second time today.
She touched that ball, I don't think.
No, she did touch it. You can't tell from here if she was over, but it's on you. It's the second time he's made that call today. 1-4, 1
17,
against.
16?
Yeah.
You got 15?
15.
15?
Yep. Yep, that's 4.
There it is now.
Just can't get the consistency to get that run together.
Got to have a good first high quality contact to have a high quality play.
They did that rotation again, Eddie. Now they're moving back, but Cam with Rachel and Neela all tied up. Coach Lee calls a timeout. We've learned too many times you're never out of a game, but you got to be careful not to get too up on yourself too.
Yeah. You go grab.
You know, I always say the score is always 0-0, right? You can be up by 5, down by 5, but it's really 0-0 because you can only score 1 point. It's not like basketball. You can score 3 or 2 or a football or whatever other sports. The score is always 0-0. So athletes have to understand, like, you can't push 5 points. You can push 1. So let's just get 1 and then let's move on from there. And that's at 15's level, that's a really hard thing to have to teach them because they want to go, you know?
The one thing that will be obvious throughout the year, and we've seen for the last 2 that these girls, most of them have been together. You can't tell by watching them play whether they're up or down.
Yeah.
Usually it's the same level of effort most games. I mean, it's not that they don't have moments like everybody else does, but we usually aren't getting beat because we're not giving enough effort.
Sure.
It's usually just bad shots or bad days, and y'all have them. So.
Yep, for sure. And it just takes 1 play to get it back in a rhythm. There we go. Well, Rich, nice
Too good cover.
Oh, good see.
Another good cover.
There.
Good pickup on that tip.
Good spot, Rach. Right assist.
Yeah, There we go. One of the things that Eddie and I always talk about is we don't ever send a ball over a net without purpose.
Correct.
And usually when they're sending a ball over the net, even if it looks like a free ball, it's going deep or it's going to a spot. And they know exactly what they're doing. They think the game well, and they're usually getting the other team scrambling around and out of system.
Yeah. Push it. There you go. Look at that
girl.
Big Gabby hit.
Great swing, Gabs.
It's very rare they're ever, unless they're flopping on the floor just trying to get the ball up.
Sure.
There's rarely ever a ball that goes over the net done of a purpose.
Correct. I mean, that's what you see from high-quality teams.
Right.
Every play has a reason. We're not just hoping and praying, right?
We were talking about that when we were watching the national championship. A lot of times you see the high-level player, they're just getting the ball over the net.
Throwing free
and
balls.
we comment, it's like our 15-year-olds or 14-year-olds are sending the ball to a spot with a purpose. Even when it's a free ball, and, some people look at that and go, well, what'd they just do? And the next thing you know, somebody on the other side's flopping on the floor because they didn't expect the ball to go there.
Exactly.
Right.
19 up.
19s.
That's a
Good
nice
serve.
Good serve by Alex.
There we go. Nice
Good
out.
defense.
Nice pickup.
Good up.
We didn't get the point, but we're going to clip that for a
That's
dig.
right.
I think that 3-ball needs to be figured out by our block. We're not putting up a block on that 3-ball at all.
That we talked about that earlier when we had a discussion with Mark about that's just something we don't do real well is block.
Good swing.
Good swing.
If we get to a point where we averaged 1 block a set last year.
Yeah.
If we can get to the point where we're getting 2-3 blocks a set, they're going to be hard pressed to ever lose.
That's what you probably want to aim for is in that 2.5 to 3.25 range is what you want.
Good push by Barra.
Try to cut that. Another timeout by Coach Lee. Down by 3. So, yeah, it's not that it's not there or not willing to do it. It's just a lot of times it's a block off an arm or it's not closing up or getting tight. And that's evolved because 2 years ago we didn't block.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's getting much better.
Well,
But
this is
2
the
years
age
ago
group.
we were beating
15s
teams because
15s is where the block starts becoming relevant because you got height, you got size, you got aggressiveness. So you got to make sure you have a block that works.
we 19-22, down by 3 here.
Ball picked up by Cam, pushed the outside. Gabby's going to swing on that. Somehow they got that ball up. I thought it found the ground.
That's the other thing. When we lose, we usually lose to teams that just for whatever reason can't get to every ball.
Yeah. Picked up Barra. Neal's going to push that over.
This reminds me of the set at Nationals where you get down the first game and you're not playing bad, but you're just not in your game.
Yeah.
And you're still tight. And then the next 2 games, it's like, yeah, we're done with you. We're just gonna put the hammer down and it's over.
Yeah, I think
hopefully that's what we're gonna see today.
That'll be the first set there.
That was a tough one there.
Yeah.
I think the important thing is here to stay calm and relax.
Yeah,
you guys still got 2 sets to play, right?
Right.
We're flashing red again.
This stupid thing.
It's on and off.
Well, gents, this
try
has
the
been
Wi-Fi.
fun. I'm most likely going to go figure out why somebody's blocking a car in. Parking is an interesting thing. It's either people park nicely or they park like complete jerks.
Yeah.
So.
But at least you got a little parking. A lot of places don't. So.
Yeah, our plowing, the guy we got for plowing did a wonderful job.
He did a really good job.
Made a lot of spots available, but people still just, hey, I'm here, I'm just going to put it here, nobody's going to be offended or inconvenienced. It's like you're inconveniencing everybody by doing that.
Or work, they don't care.
Yeah.
Correct, yeah. So
I appreciate your time. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you guys. No, good luck, and let's go. Make sure this goes 3.
Yep.
That one.
You kill you. Not
that probably killed me.
No, we're good.
Good.
We're good.
Awesome. We'll do this again.
Appreciate Sasha's time there.
Yep. Again, for those of you that may have joined us late, that was the club director, Sasha. Not saying that last name.
Was only supposed to come for 4 or 5 points. Stayed for the whole set. So that's what happens. We reel them in, and
some people just can't resist us, Steve.
I'm telling you, it's our charm.
I'm gonna hand Gabby her water real quick. I don't know if she knows I came back with it.
He was only going to stay for 5 points. He stayed for a whole set. All right. May puts this one deep in the middle. Starts us off second set down 1-love here. Pushed over nicely by Neela there. Off the block and down. Point for High Energy. Cam checks in for Mabel. Good job by Cam. That was a knuckleball at best. Neela down ball to the left side. Pushed over, covered by Cam. Now Barra outside Rachel down, and great play by their player. Free ball coming over. Alex Barra short set. Nelson off the block. Pushed over, dug by Rachel. Barra back set. Neela pushes it over. Another dive in the back row and a free ball coming over again. Rachel over to Barra. Short set. Nelson roll shot. Picked up over on the other side. Pushed over off the block. Covered by Neela. Barra to the outside to Rachel, who dumps one down the line and out. Oh, he's calling it in. Sorry, it is called in, so it's 1-1.
All right.
They have 2-0 on the board, but I think it should be 1-1 if we
Oh.
got that point. So, hey,
1-1.
should be 1-1.
Should be 2-1 now.
Yeah, it should be 2-1 now. We got it. It was 2-0. Them. It's fixed now. So Jasmine hits a line drive and it's in.
In.
And that is an ace. Looking more like it should look.
You put Mark back on here?
It's up to you. You're the producer. I
Yeah.
serve at the pleasure. Good serve there by
So you're blaming this on
Jasmine. This is going to be long. 4-1 now. All I know, Eddie, is you left and they started winning.
us? May I ask you to leave?
I don't know what else to say.
You gotta turn your headset on. There's
Line drive by Jasmine on the serve. Good job.
Yeah, you
Dumped
should-
over. Covered by Nelson. Cam. Now Barra
Touch
pushes
by-
it over. Heard a whistle. Wasn't ours. Good thing. Barra outside Rachel. She slams one deep and long. And
Deep and
she's
long.
just a little bit off today.
Caught a good one there. Just missed.
I know she'll have those days where she just can't quite get that last little bit to get in that line.
Yeah, it's a set. And there's a short
There it
set to Nelson. Clip that off. The encouraging thing there is that's been there all day with both Nelson and with May out of the middle. You've seen that short set and a quick set and a quick pound into the floor, which you like to see.
That's a double.
Boy, when you don't get the set above the top of the net, that should tell you something.
Yeah.
Good block.
Good block.
Push it, get it.
That's a lift.
Good recovery. It's
Lift.
a lift, unfortunately.
Yep. So the sets are just a little off here in this match, Ed. Sure,
You got
that's something
5-3?
we'll clean up as we go. It is 5-3.
Getting caught
Green
back
Machine
from
up
that.
by 2.
Oh.
And
A little uncertainty in the back row there.
yeah, quick timeout here, which I
Timeout.
think is a good idea. Up by 1.
So to talk about serve receive a little bit right there. So this is something that in the PAO culture that we learn right short left deep. These are rules that are established for all of our passers. So they know what ball is technically supposed to be theirs. That's supposed to clean a lot of that up. It's something that you see a lot of PAO teams. You don't see a lot of balls hitting the floor and serve receive for that
Right.
reason. So sometimes there's a momentary lapse, just not sure exactly where that ball is going to land, but they'll get that cleaned up. It'll be a good pass, I assure you.
With that,
Refocus the troops.
with that being a kind of a new thing for these girls too, that's
Sure.
a little,
Sure. You have to
little
kind
catch
of,
up.
yeah, you have to untrain that bad,
Right.
a different habit. It's a different thought process. But it is a,
Big hit by Gabby.
absolutely. It's something that I even teach down to my 6th grade boys that I coach. That I beat that into them, and it's taken about a year and a half for them to really understand it and kind of own it. It's good, though.
Good block there by the Southside Roofing Company. Makes an appearance on the scene here.
It's only
the
their second
Sophie
appearance
squared.
today, isn't it?
Yep, Sophia squared.
Good serve by Cam.
Good
There's
block. Way to
May.
be
block
covered.
by Mabel. There's a slide with
slide.
that.
Man, they are just
Turn the
tracking.
wrist.
They are getting to every ball
Good
out
10.
of the back. Good
Good
job.
Didn't get the
just
block
got around
closed
the
up.
block.
On time.
5-5.
5-5 now. I had 6-5 based on your earlier score. Is it 5-5?
As always, they're right and I'm wrong.
Okay.
The book has that's going to be out.
And that's out. So we should be up by 2 then.
7-5.
So Neela in for Jasmine. Barra to serve.
Good little serve to take it off there.
Got by Rachel.
To work.
Good
That's a
shot,
good
too.
push. Good idea.
Job, Gab.
Way to stay with it.
Oh, very nice hit. Very nice. That's going to happen.
So this is kind of a big match here because, you know, High Energy kind of screwed the pooch for us by losing the last match.
What's their record in there right now? Do you know? High Energy?
They're 1-1.
They're
We're
1-1.
2-0.
That's in.
The reason I say that is mostly because if they were both 2-0, this would just be for first and second.
Sure.
But because they're 2-1 and we're 2-0, if we were to lose to them, it'd be I think 3 teams at 2-1.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. That's a
Tough
bottleneck.
pool, yeah.
It's good competition though. That's going to sail out.
So you really need to win this to make sure you're in. I mean, I think we've got a pretty good line on being in. Eddie is choking himself out over here.
We'll revive
That
him with
is
some
a
CPR if we need to.
Huge shank there. 9-7 green, south side. So Eddie took a drink of water, and now I think he's back to life.
Didn't miss a single stat on a stat sheet though.
It's like putting the hat back on Frosty.
That's going to cook at the wall.
So tooled it off the mid-court player there. Now Alex will check back in for Gabby.
Hello. There we go. Sorry.
Alex is back to serve with a 3-point lead for Southside. Good serve.
A little let off the net there. That's a double.
Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, it's called, but
He
it's
was calling a bunch of them, then
inconsistent.
Yeah, it's inconsistency, and I'll tell you as a coach, there's nothing more that we want is just consistency. Just want to see the same thing.
We were talking about that earlier when Sasha was on.
Yeah.
Only 2 things coaches care about with officials other than obviously their aptitude is consistency and honesty.
That's correct. That's a great kill. That's a great ball to kill there. Great work.
Yeah, you
love
talk about
that.
somebody whose biggest critic is herself.
Well, most players are, right? That's usually what the problem is.
There's another ace.
2 years ago, we had to keep her, and even last year at some points, we had to disallow her from watching game film
Oh, boy.
because she was so critical of herself that it kind of brought her down. So
There's another violation.
Yeah, going to be set out. Somehow made that one work. That was good. Good adjustment. That's going to be
That's
out of
out.
bounds. Oh. Come on, stay with it. Here we go. Good out. Now get back to base. Let's go. That's going to be a quick middle.
Nice pickup by Barrow.
good
Off the
set
block.
by
Great block
Cam.
touch. Great block touch there.
A good set by Cam there.
That's going to be trouble.
Oh,
Tell you
So-
what, that outside or that hits. Really, they're really bringing that into the middle of the court there. Not really pushing it too far out.
I got 12-7.
I can't tell. I think it's an 8, but I could be wrong. I have been
quick
before.
overpass. Oh my
Ooh.
goodness.
That's a big help there.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was a gift, as we like to say.
Come on,
Good push.
Rachel.
Great
Atta
strong
girl.
push.
Big hit by Rachel.
Ah. It's a tough ball. If they're going to beat you, that's where you want them to beat you, right there.
I think it's 9, Eddie. I'm staying with my 12-9. I can't really see it yet, but the sets are getting a little more off the net where Rachel likes them for sure. That
Nice,
a girl hit that ball. That's what I like to see.
nice pickup by Alex off that. Good push
There's
to the
some of the-
outside.
Good
Somebody's
smart.
Somebody's got some big speakers going in the background. You hear
Yeah.
that?
I think you shouldn't be doing that in the middle of a tournament.
You wouldn't think so with a lot of gameplay going on. I'm not sure if there's some kind of
Nearly
issue.
just short on that one.
It's 10, so it's 12-10. That's
That's
what they
10.
have up there.
12-10. PAO Southside here needs to get a big push going. Needs to hold that serve, get it going here. Find a way to get it back. In system, hit it. That's a good spot.
Yeah.
Great
Right
take.
around that
That's
middle block.
There you go. Good.
Smart play.
They had trouble getting to it, but they
That's a
did.
good up.
Rachel.
Bang.
Off the hands.
Yeah, she's a little tentative on the.
Man,
That's
finds the way to the
It's
floor.
a bit unfortunate.
You usually see her rip that ball. Timeout
Timeout.
by Coach Lee here, 12-11. That's her second timeout.
Yep.
So she is
Cashing
out of
it in early.
timeouts.
I tell you, her girls are tired. You can tell. She may just need a break there to get them to get a little air, a little water.
Everything's
Get
been just a
refocused.
little bit off. It's not, most of the day, really.
Yeah.
Even in the matches or the sets we've won, it's been about a half a tick off. I think that long break between, there's
The
a lot of
two-game break.
downtime
Yeah.
during the holidays. And
Yes.
I think you're seeing that now, which is good. Get it out of your system now.
I'll tell you, yeah, right, because you got to get in that midseason form quick, right? That's what the good teams do. I'll tell you that our road has been kind of similar. Like, just feel like you can't get
Well,
any
he
traction.
literally put that ball in play before we were even set. That thing started out wrong because we were still
Yep.
walking on the court. They had just walked on and picked the ball up. See how quick he's putting the ball in play?
Yeah, he's beckoning for serve pretty quickly. He's trying to keep things moving.
Well, he's already a half hour ahead. He doesn't get too crazy. That's
Wow.
ridiculous.
How is that not 4?
That's 4 hits.
That's 4, 100%.
Well, you get anywhere between 3 and 6, right, Ed?
Hey,
That's out. The volleyball gods know. You always get paid off for that.
We had a match at a tournament out of town, and we ended up with 6 hits because the ball never went over the net on the third hit, and the referee missed it. So we hit 3 more times and got the point.
Hey,
So we've just decided you can have up to 6 hits.
free volleyball.
Yeah.
It's divisible by
right.
well, no,
as
by
long
2,
as it's
I
a
guess.
factor of 3, you can.
That's right. Any derivative, huh? Some people don't math too good.
Yeah. I ain't much for that book learning.
All right.
Just a simple mind, right?
Set was a little bit low.
Yeah,
Nelson
just a
made it
little low.
work.
You had no poise. You had to roll it up out of there. That's a good push. That's going to be a good
There
kill.
we go.
Oh,
That's
man.
more what I want to see.
the
Her
block.
swinging for the fences
There.
there.
I'll tell you what, number 10 is a little undersized over there, but she comes up with a big vertical and a good block. That's
Oh,
unfortunate.
So it's the Munster score, 13-13.
Mockingbird Place.
We've talked about it earlier. There's just not a lot of flow to the day. The entire day has been kind of And it's not that there's tons of effort. Don't get me wrong. It's just there's no flow to the
The
day.
rhythm just hasn't gotten there.
Yeah, there's just no bump set spike, right?
You're looking for that tempo. Tempo is the
Right.
word there. We just came out of a game with very good tempo. Ended up on the losing side of it, and I'm telling you, I've never been so happy to be part or coach a team that lost a game. It was very good. As a coach, from a coaching standpoint, that's what you're looking for. It's not always about the wins and losses. It's about how you play and react. And it was a good one, real good one.
And we're getting a lot of that, where we're getting everything and we're just a little off and it's just a little long. Just we're not snapping the wrist.
Yeah,
We're not
getting over the top
following
of the ball.
through.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're playing tight, which I don't really understand. So
Yeah, I think we kind of
problem is
talked on that earlier.
you don't have replay to give you a
Yeah.
free timeout, right?
Right.
You're out of timeouts, down by 3 when you were up by 3, so it's a 6-point swing.
No coach's challenge that you
Hey,
can
can't
intentionally
challenge,
lose,
right?
right? You get pretty creative with things like that.
That ball never made it.
I was going to say, yeah, that's
that
not
ball
gonna
never
be-
made it. You can't spike a ball over the net that when the set
Yeah,
was never even above the net.
That's right.
That was a great strategy. I don't know if it's Louisville or who used it at the
It was Louisville.
national championship. She
Yeah.
ran out of timeouts. She had 2 challenges. She's like, screw it, I'm using the challenge.
Absolutely.
She knew she was going to lose.
Be creative, and it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. But you got yourself what you needed.
Dawn Sullivan at Mizzou does that a lot.
I imagine that will be something that gets changed as they kind of dive into that, because you're going to see that more and more. I would suspect, and it might be that you need those timeouts to do that in that situation. But Not sure how that'll look, but yeah. Oh, that's a touch.
Yeah, that's a hard one because I haven't seen a coach challenge an obvious call. It's always been close enough. There's some doubt, but
Yeah.
Right.
then when you see the replay, you're like, okay,
This
you're
is
going
not
to lose
even
that
close.
one. But
They challenge something that's not even related to the play,
Right.
really. You know, at least the
I just
action.
don't know how you take that away from the game, and I don't think it's abused. But hell, if I'm a coach, I'm going to do it.
Sure.
You're dang right. That's what you do. You find the ways to make it happen. That's in. It's going to be an ace.
Just like
Another
you
ace.
know,
It's a great
4 in a
serve.
row.
or not argue a call, but do you disagree with the umpire on a baseball field with a call just because you want everything to settle down a minute?
Yep.
So you just walk out and talk to him. And you know, as an umpire, my coach is like, "What are you doing out here?" I just need to talk to you for a minute because I need to calm everything down. It's like, "Hey, come on, let's go." And next thing you know, he gets exactly what he wants anyway, right?
Right. And you know, here's the thing that, you know, kind of my deal with college volleyball is it's a very exciting game when it's in play, right? But challenges slow that down. We already have TV timeouts, so we have some of that. I really feel like that replay needs to be done more quickly off court.
Right.
So when it's even close, that they're having officials have that answer before we even get there. I think line judges need to go away. We need to go to that video system, which is instant feedback. Just speed the game up. I mean, let's be real. People lose interest when it's not that speed. But I thought during the national championship they did a great job with reviews very quickly. I thought they did an awesome job of keeping them short.
They should do. I think isn't it the NHL that does?
And
yes, NHL has a war room.
Yeah.
And so it's the greatest thing they ever did.
The NHL and the NFL
Yes.
both do it replay assist.
Yep.
Where
I'm getting some love from the bench over here, getting some looks.
Before
getting some really odd looks, actually.
Anything that's
As I mentioned,
borderline,
that's
they're
low.
looking at ahead of time, and they're
Right.
telling the officials, "Hey, we just looked at that, and everything's good." And then
Yeah.
go to the coach and say, "Don't challenge it; you're going to lose."
You know, and the other part of that too is what we have on those headsets, where
Right.
everybody can communicate with everybody. And to be honest with you, the on-ice officials in NHL, because I'm a big hockey guy, right? They should be wearing those communications, because if the guys in the back and the deep in the zone say, "No, that's not a trip, that's not a hook," the guy in the back can sees it that way.
Right.
Because sometimes you can't see the play. So communication's a big part of every sport, and I think it should be in officiating too.
Absolutely.
NHL officiating is a whole
Oh, my
black
God.
hole, but what drives me nuts is the guy who's 150 feet away from a penalty
Yes.
or from a call, making a call, and the guy
Yes.
standing right there doesn't. But that's
No,
a whole nother.
Well, correct.
Yeah.
That's a wormhole, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be a
Lift.
carry. Going
So
to be an
down by
illegal
2, and it's
contact.
getting late, and I don't know what happens, Ed. I
Down by
haven't really.
2.
18-20.
I got 20-20.
Am I giving points? I think
Are you giving up free points?
I think you're giving up free points.
Somebody's
to the wrong
giving up
team.
the wrong points,
I'll have to go look
gentlemen.
at the board. I can't see it. They put a Mountain Dew in front of it.
All right,
There we
there we
are.
go. Take a little bit of a luck.
Okay, so now we just got 20. That I know.
So are we
just
20
flipped
up?
over to.
I got 2019.
Well, they just flipped over 20 for us. That's for sure. So I'll get up and look at the score in just a second.
Push you outside.
Oh, get there.
Little shot over.
Easy.
Oh,
Go get it. That a girl.
There it is.
here it comes. Good,
Picked
good
up
up,
by
good
Deb.
up.
It's Jasmine.
Well, she was very careful, wasn't
She
she?
was really close to that line. She set her off.
Oh,
real
that's a
close.
great idea. Oh, great block.
Good block.
Everybody playing
Gotta
a
do
little
something
tippy
with
tappy
this.
game. We need a little. We need
Right
a little.
here.
We need an actual
Hit it.
hit. There it is.
Slide. There it is.
Yes. Great idea to change the pace.
Everybody's just been tipping and pushing.
Yep. You got to push it off. You got to do something different. Got to keep that energy. You're going to push them to a
Second
timeout now.
timeout.
That's a good
So
thing.
that's the last timeout. So it's 21-19 according to the scorer's table.
Let me see if I can see it.
I believe it says
21-19. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I see.
So I had one extra point for the other team somehow.
You're just pushing buttons everywhere, aren't you? That's what we do, though.
Yeah.
Push people's buttons.
And somehow,
Well,
Eddie, people love us.
Gentlemen,
I mean,
I
Grandma.
bid you adieu. I got to go, Coach. It's been another pleasure to be
Thanks,
with
sir.
you.
Appreciate
Sorry, this is
Appreciate
a
it
good
again,
one.
Mark.
I want to see the end of it, so I will sign it off for now, gentlemen.
Thanks,
Good
Mark.
luck.
Appreciate it.
Thank
again.
you.
Awesome.
Oh, my goodness gracious. That should have been an ace. Gabby hammers one.
Now you're back stuck and listening to us again.
(22-19). Cam sends it over. Down ball, down ball. And a girl!
There it is. That's what the excuse me.
Sorry, let me help you get your lung up off the ground there.
That's what this game's been missing is these swings because
the intensity.
couple of the swings have been into the net or
this game's missing
long,
intensity.
And so everybody stopped swinging.
It's missing intensity. You got to keep going. That's a good serve. Overpass, and that's going to be a point. Another over the net. I really.
Nope, that wasn't over the net. That's a illegal attack.
Illegal attack.
Which
back
means
row.
That she's like a back row setter,
back
and
row
she
attack.
set it up.
Yep. And he's disputing this. Calling the captain over to explain it. He is pointing to the net and saying she was over the top of the net.
No, she can't. If she's in the back row setter, she can't overhand play the ball over the top of the net.
Yeah.
You never know. Something like that can change
So
the
set
momentum
point,
of the game too.
and there it is.
There it
so
is.
1-1, thank goodness. 25-19. So this next one will be to 15.
Rubber match to 15.
We thrive in these normally.
Usually.
So.
Hopefully it's going to continue. I'd like to give a shout out to the 16's coach Mark Reimer for joining us there for a little bit, and the club director Sasha.
We've had a lot of special guest stars today.
People are all about trying to get on the Premier Video Network Channel 3 here. Everybody's trying to get their 15 minutes of fame.
Speaking of that, I was in my car, during the break, watching the Ocho.
The Ocho.
They're showing wiffle ball. Every once in a while, ESPN2 has the Ocho, stuff, kickball, wiffle ball stuff, warehouse games, whatever it is. So,
I was watching some of the. I flipped on. I forget which one it was. One of the pro volleyball networks. I don't know if it was the Pro Volleyball Federation or Love B. I was watching a little bit of, and that particular game I was on. I can't remember which one it was. The announcers were just horrible. It's like they weren't even in the same building.
As much as I hate to say this, is this kind of self-serving? I've actually watched them and I go, man, I could do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
the one we watched the Atlanta Vegas, or was it Atlanta Omaha or something like that?
I didn't even know they had that on TV. I knew they did
It was on YouTube actually.
What do they call the volleyball stuff they have on from time to time on Bally's or whatever it is that I can't remember what they call it, but like the volleyball and basketball they do. Yeah. It's not really pro, but it'll come to me. But anyway, we watch that every once in a while.
Yeah, the Pro Volleyball Federation or whatever they call that is on YouTube.
Rachel and Sophia were discussing this the other day, like trying to figure out where all the teams were, and apparently, what's that? DeBoer, what's her name?
DeBeer.
Caleb
DeBeer.
DeBeer is the place for Indianapolis, and
yeah.
So now that's apparently my daughter's favorite team now.
And Lexi Rodriguez went to Love B Omaha, I believe. We were watching, was it Vegas or was it, who was,
actually, we need a Nationals tournament be in Vegas.
What?
My wife would be like, yeah, whatever, but I'm up for Vegas. I like Vegas. I don't like it in big doses. Small doses is just fine.
There's a serve by Alex down the middle. Free ball over. Alex. Barra. Rachel. Off the high hands in the back. Not going to make it over.
Not
First
today.
Point. Huh. I never did change that.
What is? I can't see that.
CF.
Oh.
I changed everything else. I just missed that one. Free ball over. Up in the back, push to the outside.
That's a throw. Not going to call it, but they very rarely do. But that was
Yeah.
a throw.
Oh.
That goes over the net. You talk about desperation hit.
Yeah. It was just one of those that she kind of chicken winged it and it went flat instead of up. It's just tough to recover after that. Good push to the back corner.
There we go.
Rach bomb off the block. Neal's going to push it. Ooh, get two girls diving, almost collided.
Free ball over. Oh. I could see it coming. I got it. You take it.
1-3.
Never a good sign when two people look at each other while the ball's still in the air.
Yeah. Oh, wow, nice save. I didn't think she was going to be able to get to that.
Need a down ball.
There's a good one. It's a nice off speed from Rachel. That's something you don't see very often.
Almost a
Almost
throw.
a throw. She kind of pushed that right down in the middle and really threw everybody off.
Hey, what's good for the goose?
Tip. Free ball by Nelson, short. Outside.
Good job by
Good
Barra.
job by Barra to get to that ball.
Nelson sends a perfect ball. Now he's got him out of rotation, out of system. Take advantage of it here.
Send it back. Good.
Dunk you very much.
Nice dunk by
If
Nelson.
we're not going to call the throw, we should keep throwing.
That's right.
That was a left-handed throw, too.
We just went to a throwdown.
Yeah, exactly.
Outside push. Mabel. Push back.
That worked. I don't think that's what she had in mind, but I think it worked out very well.
Our push worked, so
Throwdown's better than a hoedown.
ball put in play by Mabel. Push to the right side. It's going to be pushed back. Mabel picks it up again. Neal off the top of the net.
5-3 now.
Mabel's on a bit of a run here. This is her third. This is her fourth serve.
Good short
Nice short
serve.
little pop. Neal, Barra, Rachel.
Good cut shot. Good cut shot there. Timeout.
Timeout.
6-3. Southside.
I'll tell you what. They've been watching Rachel swing all day long, and her getting up there and just popping those balls over, and not really swinging on them, and just throwing them off.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen any. I've seen more slow pitch balls over the top of the net that nobody's gotten to.
She's done that a lot. It's just that they're, usually she'll go up and rip one, and if she rips a couple and then they bunch
Right.
up, she's basically rope-a-doping them right into the next one, right? So, smart play for sure. Every other time he is ready to go, and this time he's not. So, okay, here we
There's
go.
a water bottle somehow got on the other side of the net. He was upset about.
Yeah, well.
Barra, Mabel, just kind of surprised he didn't call that a double. It was spinning on the way over.
Yeah, an interesting takeoff Mila does today. Instead of going up, it looks like it's almost off the wrong foot.
What do you mean?
Her takeoff when Neela goes up to hit.
Who? Where'd that point go?
They got it. 7-4.
How did I turn into the water bottle police?
Well, you are the police. 7-5.
Maybe I should leave last time you said they started winning. All right, apparently I'm going to go get some more water. I'll be back.
There's a bottle filler right there. Roll shot by Nelson. Oh, Rachel gets it. Oh, just can't quite get it high enough. Good effort there, and it's 7-6. You get somebody to do your bidding for you?
Just when we're starting to run away, they come back within.
He called that.
There you go.
You don't know. You just kind of wait. Hold your breath till the referee blows his whistle or doesn't. 8-6 now. Come on, we need one of those patented Jasmine Thomas runs here. Free ball. Slide Nelson. That's a tip. That was a tip. Did not call it, so it is 8-7. Boy, that ball looked like it took changed trajectory. Easy for me to say.
Trajectory?
Yeah, it looked like it went up instead of down. Jazz over Rachel. Good job getting it over the net. Off the block. Oh,
nice
good dig
by Rachel. Good block.
The Southside Roofers.
9-7. I think Nathan's going to be ref in the next game, otherwise I'd try to drag him over here. He's standing right here watching. I'm pretty sure he's still reffing on that court, so. Side. Nelson's going to hammer that off the top of the net. That was a good hit.
Yep.
Hit it where they ain't. And
That's
they
right.
did.
And we ain't there. Used all the court they had right there. It's 9-8.
Pretty sure this is the same team that we beat in the last